Happy Equinox!
Happy Equinox!
Bloody gussing, you know what I mean? Clever and rusty. It's very easy Here, Gracie. Ah, yeah, welcome. Good morning. Staff to arrive, you just can't get the staff these days. And you'll be pleased to know, unless the Archdruid's got other ideas, we will not be talking about Brexit. Yeah, right. The reason we use the word spirit is because you do not have to be overtly pagan or overtly Druid to join in. Because spirit can mean any deity, any belief structure, any spirituality that you follow. So by the time we do it 3 times, I want to hear everybody joining in. And it goes something like this. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. Well done. Give yourself a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Right, now we'll do it properly, and you will hear it reverberate back from the stones. So again, we swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. So mote it be. So mote it be. We now have an Archdruid. Hopefully we have a staff. Have you got your staff? No, the staff. Told you can't get a staff these days. Right. Hand over to Rollo and Victoria.
All right. Well, everybody, this is nice this morning, isn't it? Isn't it wonderful weather and everything? Happy Autumnal Equinox, everybody. Happy Autumnal Equinox. Thank you. And well, I suppose it's light enough to start, is it? Have we got to wait?
Yes, it's light enough to start.
Are we all here, more or less?
We haven't got the princesses with us, but...
No, all right, okay. Well, if we're light enough to start, what should we do, ladies and gentlemen? I know. Shall we start in the traditional manner by opening the 4 quarters for this Autumn Equinox ceremony of 2019, which we're all lucky enough to be here and able to enjoy, which is wonderful. So, the idea of this is call and response. For those of you who haven't done this before, if we go in just a minute, well, first of all, Victoria, this is Victoria, That was Arthur that was leading you in We Swear by Peace and Love. I'm Rollo. I'll do some more stuff in a minute, and some other people are going to come forward as well, I do dare say. She's going to do a little short poem to the east. At the end of that, we're going to go, may there be peace in the east. And if you all then, all together go, may there be peace in the east. That's the call and response. That's a traditional thing from all around the world, basically. And then we'll move on to the south and the west and the north and open the other quarters as well. So, all right, let's give it a go then.
We call to the east and the powers of air. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Inspire our thoughts and awaken our minds to know the true power that lies deep within us all. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
May there be peace in the east.
May there be peace in the east.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Lovely. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now we'll go to the south, which is roughly that way.
We call to the south and the powers of fire. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Ignite our passion and fire our hearts, that we may stand with strength and courage in our true glory. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
May there be peace in the south.
May there be peace in the south.
So mote it be. Thank you, everyone. This is lovely. And now to the west, which is roughly this way.
We call to the west and the powers of water. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Flow through our emotions and wash away our fears until we feel at peace with who we truly are. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
May there be peace in the west.
May
May there be peace in the west.
And lovely. Good. Super. And then this last one, more or less this way for north.
We call to the north and the powers of earth. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
May we honour our beautiful Mother Earth, home to us all. May we love and respect her as we rejoice in the beauties of nature. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
May there be peace in the north.
May there be peace in the north.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Lovely, ladies and gentlemen. As we turn around again towards the centre, so the most important one of all, and it's this. May there be peace throughout the whole world.
May there be peace throughout the whole world.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well, you've got the idea of call and response, and so we'll do a little bit more of that in a minute or two. But first of all, let's have a little go at singing. Because one of the ancient titles of this place that's been preserved since antiquity down to the present day is the Giant's Choir. And we find, when we do this, if all goes well, and you see if you can see it for yourself or hear it for yourself, at a certain point the stones pick this up and tend to reverberate it. It's like a kind of, amplification chamber in some kinds of ways. Certainly spiritually you'll find. Anyway, so what we usually do is this, which is called the Druidic Mantram of the West. Now, it's not the Eastern Om. It's made up of 3 letters, I and A and O. So, for the sake of those who have not heard this before, the reason why it's made up of those 3 letters is because to the ancients, the I represented the sun rising due east at both the spring and autumn equinoxes, as we'll be doing today. The A represented the sun rising northeast at the summer solstice, southeast at the winter solstice, and the O represents the earth going around the sun, which ancient people knew about. But because also this is an ancient fertility religion, to our forefathers and foremothers, if you like, the I represented the phallus of the solar god, the A represented the legs of the beautiful earth goddess, and the O was the sound of a gorgeous cosmic lovemaking from which we all proceed. So if you think of, the cow and the yin and yang, and that tradition is a bit impersonal. To us, we personalise these things as gods and goddesses, but it's the same principle, basically. The male and female forces of the universe, but unite in creation and harmony, etc. So, if we're doing this Druidic Mantram of the West, IAO, we run the 3 letters together, taking a deep breath first, so you've got plenty of air in your lungs, and it comes out something like this. We go for note of being la, Lovely, we'll do it again. Oh, this is the giant's choir, all right. Lovely, ladies and gentlemen. Give it even more well in, one more time. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. You are the Stonehenge choir. Wonderful, lovely, thank you. All right, well, all together we are. And so, next of all, well, how close are we getting to sunrise anyway? Is it time to call on the sun and do all that next things? Because they're going to come. It's going to be a nice clear horizon, so should see it all well in a moment. Okay, well, going back to, remember this IOs in a minute, because we're going to use them for what we traditionally call the healing spells. But first of all, let's call upon the powers of the sun and the powers of the earth to unite here in harmony at this particular time, autumn equinox, and for the blessing of heaven to be on earth here in our midst. So, if we do a line to time, if I give you a line and you give it back to me, starts something like this. Farewell, O sun, ever returning light.
Farewell, O sun, ever returning light,
Who now departs to the land of youth,
who now departs to the land of youth,
through the gates of death to dwell enthroned,
through the gates of death to dwell enthroned,
the judge of gods and men,
judge of gods and men,
horned leader of the hosts of air,
horned leader of the hosts of air,
even as he stands unseen about the circle,
even as stands unseen about the circle.
so dwelleth he within the secret seed.
So dwelleth he within the secret seed,
The seed of newly ripened grain,
the seed of newly ripened grain,
the seed of flesh,
the seed of flesh,
hidden in earth the marvellous seed of the stars.
hidden in earth the marvellous seed of the stars.
In him is life, and life is the light of man.
In him is light, and light is the light of man.
That which is never born and never dies.
That which is never born and never dies.
Therefore the wise weep not, but rejoice.
Therefore the wise weep not,
But rejoice. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Having called on the sun when he rises shortly, now we turn our attention to the earth, and this traditionally has to be done by a lady, and I'm going to call upon our Druidess, Victoria, and we're going to do the same thing again. She's going to call a line, we'll give it back to her. This is for the earth beneath our feet.
O mighty mother of us all,
Almighty Mother of us all,
mother of all fruitfulness,
Mother of all fruitfulness,
by bud and stem and flower and fruit,
by bud and stem and flower and fruit,
by life and love and all growing things,
by life and love and all growing things,
we call upon thee, Earth, Dana, Ceridwen,
we call upon thee, Earth, Dana, Ceridwen,
Our Lady of Nature.
Our Lady of Nature.
Pour forth the rest of the harvest bounty,
Pour forth the rest of the harvest bounty,
even as the hunter time of year fast approaches,
even as the hunter time of year fast approaches,
and the nights grow longer and the days shorter.
And the
and the
nights
nights
grow
grow
longer
longer and the days shorter.
Teach us to go within,
Teach us how to go
in
within,
autumn stillness,
in autumn stillness,
and to find true happiness all year round.
and to find true happiness all year round.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Thank you, Vicky. Okay, and having done that now, invocation to the sun and to the earth, we're going to combine the two through this cauldron of flowers in our midst, nature herself, because we can only do what human beings and humankind can do on this planet, but this loveliness was here when we came, and will always be here. And so, if I raise up this cauldron of flowers, and Vicky, if you like to do the blessing. Remember those lovely IOs you were doing earlier? Can we do them again to get this blessing of heaven and earth in our midst here? And the note is La. Lovely. Raise them up. Moon above, and down, the earth below, and lovely. Jimmy, thank you, with me. With me. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, this is like the solemn moment. Having done this blessing, do you remember I mentioned earlier the using IAOs for the healing spells? Because the ancient tradition, but at these times, particularly this time of Autumnal Equinox, we have 3 wishes that we can enact here, if you like, at Stonehenge. And therefore world healing, because this is an ancient world healing ceremony. The same that the Tibetans carry out in their parts of the world, same as ancient shamans carry out in their parts of the world. This is what we do here at Stonehenge. It's an ancient tradition. And so this first one, if you will, ladies and gentlemen, is to bring peace to the Yemen. Because at the moment, you know, world powers are speculating on it and trying to blame Iran and all the rest of it, but it's all in the news. But the poor people of Yemen, who are constantly bombed for no reason at all, other than the Saudis just wish to have a superiority thing they can bomb anyone in the world. No, ladies and gentlemen, let's say no to that. And for the peace and reconstruction of the Yemen and the healing of all the people and the families that have been hurt and upset, and the children particularly, food and medicine, and an end through the United Nations and all the other principles in the world, but pressed particularly as well to this dreadful conflict. Ladies and gentlemen, for the peace and safe rebuilding of Yemen and an end to the Saudi war, ladies and gentlemen, the note is La lovely, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Lovely, lovely resonance building up. Beautiful. Well, okay, after that particularly serious and important one, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This next one again, I hope you'll think is serious and important as well. In this case, it's for an individual. An individual, well, 2 individuals actually, but I'm thinking of particularly at the moment, are Julian Assange and Chelsea Manning. You may or may not have noticed, but at a certain point, an organisation so-called Amnesty International abandoned them completely, said they weren't prisoners of conscience. The most ridiculous statement I've ever heard in my life. Shows that some of these organisations are so government infiltrated, but they don't even know what they're doing in the name of their title anymore. So, ladies and gentlemen, really for the freeing of Assange from Belmarsh prison, to prevent, if possible, his extradition to the States, and to put him back, because all it's done is just reveal the fact of what we now know to be true everywhere about misdeeds and the committed around the world, and the surveillance system which is everywhere and all the rest of it. So why they should suffer for it is beyond me. Ladies and gentlemen, this one for Julian Assange and Chelsea Manning, know their freedom, be released from a burden and chains that they're under at the moment. That's ridiculous what they've done for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, the note in this case is La Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Okay, and this next one, the last one, okay. We've done it a few times before, but we're going to do it again today, if you will, please. It's for the freeing of the people of Palestine. Because there's apartheid that's built up over there in that situation. Well, you know what it is. It happened in South Africa. We overcame that. So let's overcome this apartheid that's happening in Israel as far as the Palestinian people are going. And all the people who are dying, particularly children, around 3,000 children in the last year. And what are they coming? What crimes have they committed? So, ladies and gentlemen, for the freeing of Palestine from their own nation and the healing of their people and the strength of being able to rebuild without interference from the next door state of Israel. Ladies and gentlemen, the note is La So let it be.
Most it be.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for all of this wonderful workings you've done all together this morning. This is wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, all right. Okay, now. That's, oh, it's got lights on it while we're doing all that. Brilliant. Okay. Well, and one announcement I've got to make, sadly, particularly for older people here, might know perhaps and remember, from years and years ago, does everyone remember Enos? Yeah. Yes, sadly went on about a week ago, and I've been asked by Tara to remember as well. Joss from the kids area as well went on. Anyway, Enos was great light of a time when we were all travelling around the place and thinking we'd always be able to carry on as we wanted to on the roads of Britain, but you know, things have changed to some extent. But anyway, others might have known her also as well at the crossroads on the railway at Glastonbury Fair. She was always redirecting traffic. Like, thousands of people didn't know where they were going, you know, and all the people wanted to take naughty shortcuts and all this. She was brilliant at that. She was just one of those outstanding characters. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to say, hail Enos, have a lovely life with friends on the other side. Hail Enos, have a lovely life, friends on the other side. And John.
Hail Enos.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Right, what should we do next?
I'd like to do one thing before we move on, and I'd like to ask you to do another IAO, and this one is very, very important. It is to get the politicians around the world to take this climate emergency seriously.
Yes.
It is about our Mother Earth, Gaia herself. So we want an IAO, and I want it reverberating all around here and out from Stonehenge. I want it to reverberate out to the world, especially to the politicians and the leaders of the world and the leaders of industry, to get them to realise our planet is in danger and there is no planet B. Okay, let's do an IAO. Give it some welly, come on. Aye, 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 Beautiful, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. It's great. And there's a time in the calls, isn't there, coming up next week? Yeah, great. Okay. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, right. Have we got any people who would like to come forward and do a song or a poem or yes, there's one over here already, and one over here. Who's going to go first? Yeah, you go first.
This little poem was inspired by something that happened to me in about 1986 down at the Heelstone.
Hello.
If he can keep quiet, I'll start. Right. As we gather together in this sacred space, let me tell you the words that I heard coming from a giant's tearful face, crying out to me from the Heelstone. In bone and stone, together we've grown. These crystal giants echo our lives, and when we work with them to harmonise, then the magic will come alive. Nature reigns supreme above all. Lest we respect her, mankind may fall. So let us go forward from this day forth, honouring nature, loving life, and knowing our true worth. So mote it be.
So mote it be. Thank you, Icky. Nice work. Okay, all right.
This is a prayer. prayer for the land,
Sorry.
but it has a tune. The words are, as above, so below, may the harmony of the land be restored. I'll sing the tune once, and then if we could do it together 3 times, it would be lovely. And do harmonise. As above, so below. As above, so below. As above, so below. May the harmony of the land be restored. As above, so below. As above, so below. As above, so below. May the harmony of the land be restored. As above, so below. As above, so below. As above, so below. May the harmony of the land be restored. So won't it be?
So mote it be.
So motive be.
Lovely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, oh, and there's another hand up raised over there. Yes, do, hello.
So, as so beautifully has been put, the land needs to be restored. There needs to be harmony everywhere right now. And as you said, we need climate justice. We need to start acting now. It's pivotal within the next 18 months. Dramatic change needs to happen. So I'm going to invite you to join me in this song, saying, it is time now. It is time now that we rise. It is time now. What a time to be alive. In this great turning, we are learning to lead with love. In this great turning, we are learning to lead with love. It is time now. It is time now that we rise. It is time now. What a time to be alive. In this great turning, we are learning to lead with love. In this great turning, we are learning to lead with love. It is time now. It is time now that we rise. It is time now. What a time to be alive. In this great turning, we are learning to lead with love. In this great turning, we are learning to lead with love. It is time now. It is time now that we rise. It is time now. What a time to be alive. In this great turning, we are learning to lead with love. In this great turning, we are learning to lead with love. Earth, bone, stone, bring us home. Earth, bone, stone, bring us home. Earth, bone, stone, bring us home.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. That's lovely.
Glory
So much
be to you
Thank
and
you.
yours.
Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we do other things as well that occur to us, such as hand fastings and baby namings and such like, if we have any today. But if we don't, if we have any more announcements or any more songs or any more poems that people want to contribute, if not, well, then we can start to close the circle in just a moment. I'll go back to Arthur. That one you were doing at the beginning with the peace and love and the rest of it. We'll do that in a minute. Just chat. Nobody else wants to come
Wally,
forward?
We're the secular order and we Wallies oppose the coming tunnel that they threaten to build next year, the raping of our landscape, the destruction of Blicksmead, and we also oppose any closing down of the Druids, our natural gathering place. So mote it be. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
That sentiment, that man. Thank you very much indeed. Absolutely. Wally.
We're all Wallies. And some of us Druid Wallies, have been at the inquiry fighting for those very reasons. Now, for our humanity, I'd like you to join hands again, form as many circles as you can, and we'll finish this part, how we began with the Druid's vow. You all know it now.
We
There's no
swear by
excuse.
peace and love to stand.
Hold hands and remember, when I say the word spirit and when you say the word spirit, it can mean anything that you believe in. You do not have to be overtly pagan or overtly Druid to say the Druid's vow, and it goes something like this. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand.
Mark, O Spirit, hear us now,
confirming this our
most sacred vow.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Now, before I hand back to Rollo to close the circle,
Good luck.
let's have 3 cheers for the equinox. Hip hip!
Hey!
Hip hip! Hip hip! Not loud enough. Come on, hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! That's better.
Hurrah!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for lovely, spirited and rousing ceremony this morning. Oh, it's lovely. The sun's about to be coming shortly, so most beautiful of days. All right, if there's no more announcements, songs, poems, or anything else that needs to be done before we close, then I'll ask...
We can still do stuff after we've closed and we can have our own personal time in the stone.
Yes,
so let's just close.
9 o'clock.
All right. Victoria, so that's to you again. And as we began at the beginning with the East and work proud and all the rest of it, this is, we'll be doing the same again.
Your daughter's going to join you.
What? Oh, right. Oh, hello, daughter.
We call to the east and the powers of air. We thank you for your presence. Hail and farewell.
Farewell.
May there be peace in the East.
May there be peace in the east.
So mote it be.
We call to the south and the powers of fire. Thank you for your presence. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
May there be peace in the South.
May there be peace in the south.
So mote it be.
We call to the west and the powers of water. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
We thank you for your presence.
Thank you for your presence. May there be peace in the West.
May there be peace in the west.
So mote it be. And we turn to the north.
We call to the north and the powers of earth. We thank you for your presence. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell. May there be peace in the north.
May there be peace in
In the north. Lovely. So mote it be. As we turn again towards the centre, again, ladies and gentlemen, the most important one of all. May there be peace throughout the whole world.
May there be peace throughout the whole world.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
And ladies and gentlemen, we've had 3 cheers for the Autumnal Equinox. Now let's have 3 cheers to Stonehenge. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's wonderful. Enjoy it. Listen around.
roll.
Indeed. And Tiger?
How you doing, man?
I remember if you feel it. Yeah. Surely. Maybe some old school I can see with that.
Yeah, it's all about technology
We sat talking for a few.
Cup of tea? Cup of tea? Yes. Cup of tea?
Yes, well, first of all, most people know me as Rollo, and I'll give that as just an introduction to the message, if I might. And the message is basically changing times. This is really a momentous time in the whole history of planet Earth, basically. You're seeing it with climate change and Greta Thunberg's movement and children all over the world standing up for climate justice and climate change. The same thing's happening in politics, in Britain and America and all the rest of it. This is the time where the number and multitude of people that really want to have peace on Earth must stand up and make sure that it happens all around them. That's what I believe is this important time now.
Okay, we're here at the Autumnal Equinox at Stonehenge. A lot of things are happening at Stonehenge. I mean, at the moment, they're talking about a tunnel, and we're opposing it because we don't feel it's the right tunnel. Not only that, Wiltshire Council did try to tack on to the end of it the closure of all the byways open to all traffic within the World Heritage Site. We oppose that, and they've dropped that. And you know, it's busy. I mean, pretty soon, because of the state of British politics, they're going to call a general election. As usual, I'll stand for Salisbury. But the thing I'll stand on has got nothing to do with Brexit. It's exactly the opposite. Let's forget about Brexit and let's talk about the climate emergency. That's what's important now, and that's the message we want to get out from here at Stonehenge. Is come on, we need to protect this planet. That is the most important thing, more important than anything else.
Think about our planet. Think about our future generations. Stop using plastic. Think. That's all I have to say. It's your children's future.
In the natural way, stopping all around Mother Earth, bring her into birth. Sweet creations of the night, thoughts in you, guide our speed in the natural way. All around Mother Earth, bring her into birth. Sweet creations of the night and day. Bring your spirit to rest our thoughts in you. Guide our feet in the natural way. All around Mother Earth, bring her into birth. Sweet creations of the night and day. Bring your spirit to rest our thoughts in you. Guide our feet in the natural way. All around Mother Earth, bring her into birth. Sweet creations of the night and day. Bring your spirit to rest our thoughts in you. Guide our feet. All around Mother Earth, bring us into birth. Sweet creations of the night and day. Bring our spirit through. Rest our thoughts in you. Guide our feet in. All around Mother Earth, bring her into birth. Sweet creations of the night and day. Bring your spirit through. Rest our thoughts in you. Guide our.
Well, you missed a really good day today because we had the full sunrise and it was absolutely amazing. And it's really warm and nice, and now it will get darker every night until the winter solstice. So the time of light is now over and the time of darkness is awaiting us. And we have to prepare for the winter.
Really love it. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Right, I wasn't ready that time. You were just kind of like... Try again.
And I went, no, I haven't got enough.